Hey YouTube, welcome. Today I'm just going to do a quick run through of Kyrgyzstan, go through some tips for the country. If you're interested, I made a short video on sectioning out the country into little segments to actually give people more ideas for what I'm doing, but I often find it works better to just play the game, try to get gold without moving, and explain it as I go. I have hopefully tried to lure you in by saying there's one big tip to separate out the southwest from the central. And there absolutely is, and I'm hoping to show you that real soon. As is my normal, I'm going to go 3 minutes, no moving. I hope to not take that long. So the main tip involves the driver's side window. And what we see here is that the car is finishing in this window on the horizontal edge. And so that is normal for most of the country. Anytime that the car is on that horizontal top part where it finishes on the window, you can be anywhere in the capital region, near the lake, moving from the capital region down to the southwest, but not in the southwest. The southwest region, all the way from Osh to Jalalabad and all the way up to this split here near Taskamar, that has the car ending on the vertical region of the mirror, which I'll go through later. And so the first thing I see here is I've got big mountains to my north. And I've got big mountains to my, not big mountains, but some mountains to my south. And it's also snowy. This level of snow in a city, you could sometimes see that in Bishkek, and you could sometimes see that in Karakol, which is over here on the east side of the big lake. But you won't see mountains to your north in Bishkek. So you can immediately say that you're in Karakol. I'm on some vaguely north-facing road. So I'll just put myself there. And great, that's an easy city down. And you do that 5 times, you get yourself gold. Again, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the mirror. And again, the car is finishing on this horizontal segment on the top. So I know that I'm not in the southwest. I again have mountains in the north, so I know I'm not in Bishkek. And if I'm not in the southwest and I'm not in Bishkek, I'm often in and around this lake. We see a really flat region. I think we just see the lake to the south. So I think I'm in some city north of Bishkek, the main lake in Kazakhstan. So I'm going to line up north, pointing straight up. I'm going to line up my car, and so I see that the road angle is, whatever this is, 10 degrees from horizontal. I think I'm pretty close to the mountains, and there's a lot of distance between me and the mountains to the south. So I might be close to the middle section of the lake. I'm not going to spend too long here, but this looks like the right road angle, close enough. I don't think I'm quite that urban. Okay, 10 kilometers away. I'm happy with that. Next up, okay, we're going to check the mirror. I know it's going to be on the top again, but I have to keep checking it to show people what I'm talking about. I just left a segment like this when I was doing my kind of general tips video. We have very kind of dry landscape, and this kind of dry, dead grassy landscape, it may have just been when the Google car went through, but I associate that with the regions in and around Naryn. So it comes down here to Naryn. I don't know the pronunciation. It goes west, it goes east, it goes south. And based on this road angle and this wide kind of valley you can see here on the map, I think I'm somewhere on this road here. I'm not going to spend too long, but I think if I can get the road angle right, since it is a large road, you can be pretty off. You can be pretty far away even if you get the right highway. So it's not turning for a long time in either direction. There's tiny little house here that I could maybe find if I spent a long time looking. Do I have any buildings north of the road? If not, I'll just submit where I am, because at least it's I'm in the middle of a long straight section. I don't know if I have to zoom in further. I think that's fine. Very close, 540 meters, okay. And was that building on the map? No. All right, 3 for 3. Okay, now we look at this driver's side mirror, and we see that the car is ending on the vertical segment. It's further to the left, and so we know that we're either in Osh or Jalalabad. And unfortunately, I don't know for sure which. So I'll just show you where I'm looking at on the map, and I'll talk a bit about my ideas between the two. This is Osh, this is Jalalabad. There's much more coverage in Osh than there is in Jalalabad, so usually Osh is just the safer bet. Another way you can tell Osh apart is they have this hill in the center of town. Looks like gorgeous hiking. And often you can see it from wherever you are. And if you see any big mountain nearby, big rocky mountain, then you know you're in Osh. But I don't see one of those. We also didn't talk about the just how to tell you're in Kyrgyzstan. So some people might not know that there's a little red strip on the side of each license plate in Kyrgyzstan. Kind of looks like a European plate, but with the red strip. And then the car is also pretty characteristic, unless you're confused with Laos or Guatemala. I'm tending towards Jalalabad because I think you often get this overcast, gloomy coverage. You can't really see mountains in either direction, but it's a dangerous pick because there's just simply more coverage in Osh. Often, if you just want to get gold, it's not a terrible guess to just go in Uzbekistan, hedge between the two. You'll often get a pretty good score. But I'm curious, do I see this road angle a lot in Jalalabad? There's not as much coverage in here. No, so I'm going to go for Osh, and I'm going to be wrong. I'd like to get gold the very first time I do this, but I'm just going to go and be wrong instead. It was in Jalalabad. Okay, well, I don't know. This might still be salvageable. Can I still get gold? At least we got to see the mirror trick. And I want to do maybe one more round after this. Oh. Well, this isn't good. Can I? I'm just refreshing my page. Trying to refresh my page. All right, well, gripping stuff. This one, anyway, we actually have 400 points of wiggle room to still get gold here. We see these big, rocky, dry hills, and so we're thinking that we're somewhere near Naryn. And one thing I've learned is that either side of Naryn, so if you go either east or west, it starts out being paved and then it turns into gravel. I'm more sure about it over here near Tashbashat, where it finishes right after here and turns into gravel. And so I think that's where I'm going to guess, just because the angles more or less line up. And I'm coming up onto a river. So if I can find, could it be here? I don't think so. This is the wrong everything, wrong road angle. We're just about to cross the bridge, go way into the hills. I would like to get this right. I don't even think it goes that high. We don't cross it might not be that big of a river, but there's no smaller rivers here. I'm not crazy, right? We are coming from the east, coming from the west, I suppose, sorry. And then we're going up into the hills. I don't think it could be this, no? Okay. Well, with my final remaining minute, you can all cheer me on and try to figure out where. Okay, well, could it just be the other side? No, though that's the wrong road angle entirely. Could it be here? I don't think so. All right, do I have to satisfy myself with getting it wrong? No, I think what I might do is say that I'm somewhere down here then. Is this not possible? Could I actually be, well, I'm not really at Naryn. And it's possible that there's simply some part of the country I'm not sure about. There might be something out west. I'm going to go near Tashbashat because I think that there's gravel roads out there and similar looking mountains. It was on the west side. Did I look at this area? Oh, I just didn't know that there was coverage on this little gravel road. Okay, well, I'll check that out after. Not good enough for gold, even though I took a long time on the Final round. I should have trusted that it went to gravel on the west side as well. We'll do one more round. We'll try to get a nice easy gold medal for our getting over 22,500 points. Although this is going to be a challenging way to start it because we have large mountains to the south, no mountains to the north, and I don't think there's any mountains to the north anyway. And the road angle will be about all we have to go on. I don't speak Cyrillic, which I maybe could have learned to read if I wanted to get really good at this. The reason I say that is because large mountains to the south, and like very large, and no mountains to the north is Bishkek, but it's also anywhere west of Bishkek, and a lot of places east of Bishkek. Eventually, you'll start to see some mountains north in Kazakhstan, but I don't. And the one thing I will say is that with the road angle being what it is, I think I'm going to guess close to Bishkek because there's just not a lot of, well, there is some coverage on some of these roads, so it's going to be almost impossible. I'm just trying to figure out if the mountains aren't that far to the south either. They're pretty far, but not impossibly far. So this may just be a resign yourself to a mediocre first round again. I'll guess in there. Just Western Bishkek. Ha! All right. Well, the road angle was right. There's a reason I picked it, but 294 meters away. I'll take that any day of the week. That's a great start. Okay. Round two, we have mountains to the north, so we're immediately not thinking Bishkek, but it is a big city, so I'm immediately thinking Osh, and I'm wrong because, as I said before, the car would be on the vertical left side of the mirror if I was in Osh. So instead, is it snowy in this city? Am I perhaps in Karakol? No, but I have mountains to both the north and the south, so I think I might be in, oh, okay, is this? I think the name of the town might be on some of these signs, so that might save me here. It's because of the mountains to the north and the south, I'm thinking that I'm in some town on the side of Isikkul, and I'm trying to decide if I can find it. Tapas? Is that what that says? I don't think I can be in Karakol, although the mountain distances are right. Could it be, and even so much about this is right for Karakol. I don't see the name, I don't see Karakol anywhere, but I don't see the name of a town anywhere obvious. The reason I'm not picking Karakol is because if it were Karakol, I would expect to see snow in the city itself. But it certainly looks cold. It looks like there could have been snow there recently, but I would expect some snow in here. It's shaded, it's grassy. I don't know if I can do any better than Karakol though, because I think Tiap is too close to the northern mountains. And there's not a lot of coverage within the cities anywhere else. So I think I'm going to have to guess Karakol. I'm going to look at my road angle. I'm in a little market. It's about to take a T. Can I find this road? I mean, even if I don't find this road, I'm probably going to go with Karakol anyway, so I should just click it and hope for the best. I was entirely wrong. Oh, and it did say, I think it did say the name of the town. I should have thought of Talas. All right, I'm going to try one more time to get gold. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, but I'll go a bit faster. I'm not used to Talas in the southern areas of the city. There's not a lot of coverage in there either. Okay, this is a clear and obvious Bishkek. I think we're close to a university, and the mirror checks out that it's not Osh. Bishkek just has this kind of nice fall coverage, and it looks like the most developed city of anywhere. So somewhere like this is going to be pretty close to the logo, close to these parks in the center of town. Great guess, 700 meters away. Okay, this is an interesting one. we aren't in the southwest based on that reading right there, but we are in an odd town that I'm not used to seeing. I'm thinking that there is a flat expanse to my north and big mountains to the south. Okay, so it must be close to Bishkek again, but not necessarily in Bishkek, if I had to guess. I'm looking for the name of the hotel on any of these signs, but I'm not seeing it. So, Aral? Is that? No, I don't think that's not Aral. I can't remember what that spells out. But the mountain distance and height are the right size for being somewhere generally east or west of Bishkek. And I don't think I'm going to find any more hints in the language. So unfortunately, I could be very wrong with this guess again, and that would make me feel a little silly, but there's not time to do much more research. This was Karakol, of all the places, but I don't think there was any snow. So I give up. We'll just do these last few quickly. This actually might be Talas, the town I missed, because we've got these kind of mountains to the north. I probably should have recognized them. And then do we have... No, we don't have mountains to the south, so maybe we're just north of Isikul. Yeah, I think that's where we are. I'm just going to look at the road angle. Very horizontal. So without taking too long here, and because we're not right on the water, so we might be in this town. We seem to be in a town. That's the right road angle. Nope, wrong town. I thought I maybe recognized it. So this I actually will mention just once. This region of Kyrgyzstan is covered, and it's very unique. It's it becomes much more covered in pine trees going into this little national park. I think it's called a special name for the gorge here, but I'm delaying the inevitable because I'm getting bad guesses. So this is, we're on the big hill in Osh, lovely hiking. The hill that I covered in the first round, often a good way of knowing that you're in Osh. And there's hiker coverage on the hill itself. So if you zoom out, you can actually see it. There it is. And then, we're seeing the city from the southern end, so I'll just guess somewhere on this green path. Lovely. Last round, it's going to be either Osh or Bishkek with this kind of architecture. That's where the car is in the mirror, so it's Bishkek. Largest buildings that you'll really see, so again, guess somewhere close to the logo. The logo. Guess somewhere close to the name in the center of town. 18,226 points. That's going to be it. Thanks, everybody. Too bad I couldn't quite get gold today, but might try again or might keep exploring some other countries for y'all. Bye.